And that salt brings a little extra savoriness to it. Saviness, I'm making up words. And here we go in the brown stew chicken. Oh, that junk just fell apart. Man, it has a sweetness to it. I really wish I had that Scotch bonnet to give it that kick. That's about, this is good though. Hey, what up? Dr. McGee here. Listen, I'm just a foodie, man. We love food, and I love cooking food, eating food, experiencing food. And what we've done was made some brown stew chicken and some fried plantains. So that's what we're gonna do today, because last week I did a class and I didn't get a chance to show you what we were doing. But we're gonna do that today. We're gonna show you what brown stew chicken looks like. We're gonna show you what fried plantains look like, and we're gonna go from my kitchen to Jamaica and have a great food experience. And we're gonna start off by our plantains. We're gonna do our brown stew chicken, and that's it. Now you can usually have rice and peas with this, and I'll make some of that, but I'm not gonna do a video on it. The first thing you wanna make sure you do is that you have your plantains, and make sure they are black as possible if you can, right? I've had these for about a week, and a week and some change, and they're starting to get really black. That's what you want with those black plantains. I got 4 plantains here left over from the class, and we're gonna get these cut. So I'm gonna cut, and I like to just cut along sides, like 3 or 4 sides. 3 or 4 sides, and then start to peel that skin off. Want that skin peeled off. It's always good to have you a trash tray or trash container on your table, because you know you don't want to keep running back and forth to the garbage can. All right, once they're peeled, next you want to start to cut your plantains on a bias. Make it look pretty on a diagonal. So you're going to cut on a diagonal. So you take your knife, hold it about 45 degrees, and cut on the diagonal. This makes it look, those first few pieces are gonna be pretty but once you get into it, that's how I like them. You can cut these however you want, but this is how I like them. They're about 1/4 inch thick. If that matters to you, I don't do a whole lot of measurements, but I know some people like it where they know the exact measurements, because cooking is not the same for everybody. Some of us cook with the ancestors, some of us cook from a recipe, and there's nothing wrong with cooking from a recipe. There's nothing wrong with that. I think we need to embrace that a little bit more, because people try to do their own thing, and when you're doing your own thing and that's not you, it gets complicated. So follow the recipe if you have a recipe, but if you're really in touch with the ancestors, and usually those are those of us who've been doing this for a while, then you know. All right, so our oil's starting to get where it needs to be. We're gonna go ahead and just a couple of teaspoons of brown sugar. Brown sugar. Adding brown sugar to the party helps with that browning. That's how I understand it. I could be wrong. Now, I'm not from Jamaica, so I'm not gonna sit here and act like I got all the answers, but I'm a foodie, man, so I searched some recipes and they were using brown sugar to get the party going. And what I think it does, and what it does for the chicken that I've had, was it allowed it to have that extra browning before you get going with the process. So if you know brown sugar, once it starts to heat up and caramelize and render down, it turns into a toffee if you cook it long enough. But for this, we're gonna almost burn it and then get our chicken going right in the brown sugar. So you just agitate it until it starts to get darker. Look at it, it's starting to already start to get to where we want. All right, so at this point, what we're gonna do is get the chicken out of here and try to get as little vegetables as possible. We're gonna do the vegetables on their own. Get the chicken by itself. Get the chicken by itself, and then get that right on top of that brown sugar. We're gonna do this right before it's burnt. We don't want it to burn But we want to get it really close, so you got to really pay attention. And we want to sear this. We want to get this seared up. As you can see, I have my stovetop cooktop, induction cooktop. And what this does is allows, it's an induction, so your pans have to be metal in order for it to work. And it allows me to be able to cook. You should get one. If you cook like this and you are always moving around, you don't always want to be at your stove, go ahead and do that. So right here, our chicken is going to start to sear. We want to get it seared on both sides. We're going to take it out, put the vegetables in, and get that going. I got brown sugar on the bottom. Look at that. Look what it's doing already. That's what you want it to do. You're going to go ahead and get that turned over. We're going to get this party started. Make sure there's full surface contact. That's what we want right there. And we're getting ready for our brown stew chicken. Right there. Still got that going. We're going to go ahead and put our vegetables in here. These vegetables were marinated right along with that chicken overnight. All right, so you see your veggies starting to get where they need to go. They're bubbling. The sauce is looking good. We're getting there. And what we want to do now, we're going to add back in our chicken. We'll add back in our chicken. Now, mind you, I only have 4 pieces. But when I made this before, I had, I don't know, easily 12 pieces of chicken. So yeah, 3 times as much. And it was still great. So well, I'm saying that because when you add your chicken stock, which will be next, you add your chicken stock, that's going to really determine how much chicken stock you add. Now again, I'm listening to the ancestors, and I'm going to add my chicken stock. And this is like half of this for 4 pieces. I think that might be good. Let's just see how it goes. But I'm thinking that's good. Thinking that's good. Get that all submerged. Get them vegetables worked. Get that chicken worked in some. Oh, that's perfect. Look at that. That's what you want. Well, I don't know if that's what you want, but that's what I want. So you decide what you want when you're making your brown stew chicken. And that's what I want. Now, the next thing we're going to do, and we're about done. We're about to go ahead and cook this for 25 minutes. I'm going to add some ketchup. I'm not even sure how much that was, but that's what the ancestors told me to do. You're going to get that mixed up in there. And if you're from Jamaica, in the comments, please let me know, why do we add ketchup to the brown stew chicken? I'm not a chef. I'm just a foodie, man. I like food, and I try stuff, and this is what I'm trying. This is what I'm making, and I need to know. So tell me why, you know what I'm saying? And also, I get the Scotch bonnet pepper, right? It might be in here, it might not. I'm not going to tell you. You decide if you're going to use a Scotch bonnet pepper or not. But it's hot. So, listen, I tell you, I didn't use it, right? Kids are going to be eating this, and Scotch bonnet might be too hot. But I will try it with one and see what happens, because I can handle some heat, just not a lot of heat. But that's what we want. We got that. So we got the ketchup in here. We got the marinade. We got the chicken back in here, and it's going to cook for about 25 minutes. And then that's it. And that's it. Now what we're going to do next is we're going to go ahead and get our fried plantains ready, and we're going to make this a whole meal. All right, so at this point, this is where we're doing the plantains. We're doing the fried plantains. We're going to put a few in at a time. You don't want to overcrowd your pan. You want just enough to get in there so they can fry on their own. These should fry about 3 to 5 minutes on both sides. And then once you take them off, you got to immediately salt them. So we're going to let those fry. We're going to get them salted. Then we're gonna work on getting the plating. These are our fried plantains. All right, so for plantains, you can use any oil that you want. But for this version of the plantains, I went and used this organic virgin coconut oil from Costco. You can use what you want, but we're trying to do it a little bit healthier here. And this is what we're using. Use what you like. All right, here we go. We're about to plate some of our brown stew chicken and our fried plantains. We're gonna add some plantains. We'll add some of our fried plantains. Plantains right from the skillet. Now, once you get them out of the skillet, they're gonna be hot. And this is the best time to go ahead and give them some salt. These plantains are sweet because they were very ripe and the peels were black. And that's exactly what you want. Once they come out of there, you want to get some nice salt on it as soon as they come out of this oil. There you have it, that brown stew chicken and those fried plantains. All right, real quick, I'm gonna do a quick taste test, see where we are. I'm gonna go in with the plantains first. Sweet. And that salt brings a little extra savoriness to it. Saviness, I'm making up words. And here we go in the brown stew chicken. Oh, that junk just fell apart. Normally I would have some rice and peas with this, but we made that last week and I don't have any more. So here we go, brown stew chicken. Man, it has a sweetness to it. I really wish I had that Scotch bonnet to give it that kick. This is good though. All right, so there you have it, folks. We got the brown stew chicken, the fried plantains. Listen, if you want more content like this, more cooking videos, more ways to show you how to do it, what I'm interested in, the Principal Foodie, listen, I need you to subscribe, but I also need you to hit the bell. Because when you hit the bell, you know exactly when a new meal is coming through, a new video is being posted. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, share this, tell your friends about it, and come back and visit me. And let's see what we're cooking for next time. Until then, I'll see y'all later. Y'all have a great week and look forward to the next meal that you can do at home yourself. And let's get it. Peace. And inevitably, I always spill something when I'm stirring. I don't care what it is. Did you see that? It popped over there. I'm always spilling stuff every time without fail. I've never made a meal where I didn't spill anything because I was stirring. So I think it's me. I think it's me. I don't even know. I just think it's me. Got to work on that. So when you're frying your plantains, you can use any oil you want. But for this one, oh! I dropped it. I'm gonna drop this in the oil.